Embodying the Future, Field Reading Week 32. This week is said to be an opening to our higher self, to the spirit realm, to the universe, the planets, and a phenomenon that we call the Lion's Gate portal. And the most important, as I see it, it is to embody this, all that we are traveling in consciousness. The most important is that we live it, not only from our head, but in our heart. Yesterday, the 7th of August, I did a deep meditation connecting to the Lion's Gate portal to go deep into what is it, because when you Google it, you find so much explanation. And when I went into it, I was shown particularly 3 persons that was a symbol of what we have done when we talk about this spiritual opening. And all these 3 spiritual people were bypassing. They use the spiritual realm as a ego. They put themselves above others. 2 of them were therapists and they guided others, but they hadn't embodied what they spoke about, and they had a lot of deep trauma themselves, so they actually project their trauma into their clients. And I have met a lot of those clients that have come to me and say, I have lost trust in people, I have lost this, because they met this therapist that bypassed, because they didn't dare to go within and embody what they talk about, and most importantly, to shed their shadows. That is why I speak about this embodiment of the future. Last week it was about the future is calling us to rise up, and now it is more about embody everything that we want, our life, not just travel in consciousness, because it is so easy to travel in consciousness. Meditate, we say meditate, go here and do that and manifest and all this. This is amazing and it is easy, but the hardest part for most, it is to embody it. And I will give example, because all this weekend has been about that for me. I started this Monday morning working in healthcare system, and when I came this Monday morning, I was met in crisis. It was totally crisis at my work, and I was like, oh wow, it was like, okay, just take up your arms and start doing the things. And I did, and it was a lot of stuff, and I changed a lot of things during this Monday and Tuesdays, particularly all this crisis. I turn it around, and I want to give this as an example, because I work in Tromsø kommune. It is Tromsø municipality. It is a big area. The healthcare system is in this area, and I needed to change something for the people I work for. And this isn't easy in Tromsø kommune, because the old paradigm says, okay, you have to wait at least a week, and several said you have to wait at least a month. But I say, I don't have a month, I don't have a week, it has to happen now. And then they say, no, you have to do that, and maybe then. And then you have to do this, and maybe then. Someone actually said 2 months, and I thought, wow, because I started to call different apartment, because Tromsø municipality, the care system, it has so many different areas. So kind of in Norway, the 34% of employer are by the government, by kind of what the services we do for people, and the government is or the municipality is running it. So it is more than 1 of the third. So it is a big bureaucracy. It is a lot of paper, and it is hard. It is the old system, and if you come there and want to do things fast, no, it's kind of no. Here we use a year doing things. So I start calling the 1, 2, 3, I don't know. I had so many numbers on my phone for Monday and Tuesday, and just trying to rent a car for doing all the changes that needed to be done. And it was a big car I needed. And it was no, 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 no. And finally, I got one yes in the end after several hours because I didn't give up. And he said, of course, but da, 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 da. And I said, thank you. And this is, it's called Dre's production. And Eivind really said, yeah, of course. And he knew the system. But after I borrowed this car and brought all this newness to the people I work with, I deliver the car and I put all the old thing there, and I said we have to put it to the garbage. Well, that cost a lot of thousand, and then you need a requisition, and that is not so easy, as it cannot be so hard. And then it showed me that it goes months to get a requisition from Tromsø municipality just to put the garbage away. And I was, is this possible? So all this week I have done a lot of things, and it is two men that really have stepped up and helped. It is Eivind at Dre's and Todd Hagen at home services, hjemmetjenesten, we call it, home services. And these two men, I want to write an article and put in a newspaper, because I have met 95% of rejection, no, we cannot do it, rejection, we cannot do it, we have to wait, and just hoping it goes away, changes. And two of them, of course we will have, of course. So I really want to lift up the one that really wants to do the change and really wants to help. I know that most of us want to help, but we are so programmed in the old way of, no, we cannot do it. No. Oh, no, we have done this thousands of years. We do the same that we have done thousands of years. Don't let us do our change, so much changes. Oh, we don't like changes. So I saw myself really, because I am the new system. I talk a lot about new system. I have become the new system. I have the boss at my work said, you are a Duracell rabbit. Things go so fast with you. And we see that, and we see also that you get a lot of good things done. But it is not only good, because some react, it's like they think they go too fast, and some are jealous and so project, that it goes too fast. So it is someone that don't want all these changes. And all this production, I just said, okay, you have to see what is it in you that don't like it. So it has been an interesting week, because I embody the change. I embody the new, and then it goes fast. It goes, and I have a lot of energy. And I meet some people that just want to sit in their chair and wait to the work day is over, kind of wait. I work 13-hour shifts every day. If I would sit in a chair or in a sofa waiting 13 hours to my work day is over, kind of just hoping that do less, don't do so much. I put it kind of in an extreme, because it is a symbol of the old system, and the old system is collapsing. So what I have seen, it is the old meeting the new. And that's why, because I embody the new, and then it goes fast, because we are changing the old. What I have done this week, it is the new system making changes, letting it be more thrive. To the people I work with, they thrive more, because what I have changed is for their beneficial. And I also want to give another example, because I spoke with a policeman this week, an ex-policeman, and he's not from Norway. He is from another country, and I don't want to say what country, because he has lived in a country in Europe, and he has actually lived in several countries around Europe, and have a lot of experience. And the 5 years he was police, he told me about how much of the mafia was in Europe and all the countries. And he had to stop, because when you become a police, it is coming to Norway also, because I know that a lot of police in Norway also work with mafia. I get to know this big time in 2013, 14 and 2015. And then he said the extreme version, because as a police, you are sucked into the mafia, the kind of the darkness, the old system. I talk about it because it's the old system. several police kind of had a choice. Either you go to jail or you become criminal yourself. This is the extreme again. But his friend was killed because one of the narco mafia, he jailed him and he get him into prison. And then someone higher paid him out, and when he came out, he killed the police and he killed his family. So of course this is frightening. So this policeman, he flew the country because he was next. They would kill him too. So the mafia, we started to talk about mafia, government, and Putin, and China, and Vladimir Putin, and also Ukraine. Because before the war started in Ukraine, Russia invaded Ukraine. Ukraine was the most corrupted country in Europe. So, and that's not a coincidence. So it is so much mafia and so much shadow work. And I know that even though when I had this deep conversation, I felt it on my body. It's going on, ooh, we are talking about something heavy. I felt the energy of it. And also when I was in this energy for 3 years. Because the mafia, they kill. They don't have any... They don't hold back. If you go against them, they kill you. So the police was kind of forced to choose go to jail or cooperate with the mafia. And they say that a lot of people, from they are young, they only have two choices. If you not become criminal and have a lot of money, you will go in jail. So for a lot of people, it has been the two choice kind of, and that's why a lot of people chose to be criminal. And we see the after effect of this. There are so many criminals, and this is coming up. That's why I'm saying that in 2027 and 28 it will be even worse than all the thing we are seeing coming up now, because we have really fucked up the systems. We have been corrupted. So that's why I say we have to embody the good, because what we have embodied for so many years, we have embodied the darkness. And it is so deep in our roots. It's kind of, children are born into crime. I remember a song from Elvis Presley, in the ghettos, if you listen to the text, in the ghettos, and he died. And I encourage you to listen to it. I listened to it a lot some months ago. And it is kind of a story about how this happened when you are born into the ghettos. Because we can call it the ghettos, wherever it is in the world. It is kind of the ghettos, and you are born into poverty and crime and drugs. And it is a lot of it, and it is coming up. And most government are cooperating with mafia. Even in Norway, I didn't want to believe it, but that's the truth. But Norway is more balanced than other. But now the world is smaller. And when I say it is smaller, it's because Norway, we can cooperate with China, with all countries, because it's smaller. It's so easy to travel. We use internet, so we are neighbor with all humanity. So you are my brother, you are my sister. We are all brothers and sisters. So there are no borders anymore. That's why the world has become smaller. So it is all about embodiment of the good and no bypassing, because all the three people that were shown me in this meditation to go deep into Lion's Gate portal showed me that there are so much shadow and so much bypassing. Spiritual bypassing is one. It is a lot of emotional bypassing. It is a lot of mental bypassing. So we bypass because we want quick fixes, but we need to do the work. Now is kind of, if we want to create the brilliant future we know is there, then we need to do the shadow work. And now I'm sitting in the rain. I feel the rain is, and it is a rainy day, and we need to go through the rainy days. We cannot only have sunshine, so it is kind of perfect for 8-8 portal. And I will end with a more lighter energy, because I am a deliberate creator, and I encourage you to be a deliberate creator, to put out the good and do the shadow work. So this day, 8/8 this morning, I launched 3 songs. And the first song is One Heart, because we are all one heart. The second song is We Rise Together. We need each other to rise. We fall alone, but we rise together. And the last song is We Are the Future. We wait for someone to save us. Well, we are the people we are waiting for. So what I have spoken about today, the 8/8 portal, to embody it, and we are the changes. You are the change you want to see in the world. I have become the change I wanted to see in the world. I saw this vision in 2013. I saw that I would change systems, and I had no idea, but I said yes. And now I have become the new system. And the new children that are born today, most of them are also the new system. So they will shake up a lot of things. And so this is the invitation for this week, to be the future, to embody it, not only in our head traveling, but to be it, embody it, and go through this amazing rain. Rain is freshness. We let the rain renew us, detox us. We need water. We are 70% water. And that's why I like to sit on this next to the seaside, because nature, we are nature. And if you look to a tree, it embodies itself. Kind of, a tree is a tree. It's not only living in its branches, it has its big root. So it is kind of, if you go into shamanism, you need to have your deep root, your trunk, and your branches. So we become the totality of the tree, and the roots are connected to all other roots, and the branches are connected to the sky and to the sun and the universe. So let us all embody the divinity of us, because we are divine beings, but we need roots, and we need to not bypass because we have experienced difficult experience, because all of us have shadows, all, and we choose from second to second to second. I wish you the best. Mwah.